Solving equations with variables on both sides of the equal sign. The easiest way to learn how to do this is to start with an example. So here we have the equation 5x plus 9 equals 2x minus 15. Let's get started. We're going to start by drawing the river. Not like that. Let's try again. We're going to start by drawing the river. There we go. Okay. And we want to get the variable isolated on one side of that river and the numbers isolated on the other. So I always start by moving the smaller variable to the other side of the equal sign. So we have a 5x and a 2x. I'm going to move the 2x. It's a positive 2x, so I'm going to subtract 2x from both sides of that river. Well, 5x minus 2x is 3x. I'm going to bring down the plus 9, bring down my equal sign, 2x minus 2x goes away, and I'm going to bring down the negative 15. Okay, our next step, now we have a two-step equation, our next step is to move the plus 9. I'm going to move that by subtracting. Okay, so 9 minus 9 eliminates and goes away, so I'm left with a 3x on the left side of my equal sign, and negative 15 minus 9 is negative 24. Our last step is to divide both sides by 3, so we're left with x equals negative 8. Okay, now it's time to check. So we had x is equal to negative 8, so we're going to plug a negative 8 in for x in both places of our equation. And then we're going to do PEMDAS and make sure it comes out correctly. Okay, so we want to make sure the left side of the equal sign is equal to the right side. So on the left side, 5 times negative 8 is negative 40. And negative 40 plus 9 is negative 31. On the right side, 2 times negative 8 is negative 16 minus 15. Well, negative 16 minus 15 is indeed negative 31, so our answer checks, and we're correct. Yippee! Okay, so here are the steps we need to follow whenever we're trying to solve an equation with variables on both sides. The first step is to simplify each side. And the example we just did, we didn't have to do that step, it was already done. The next step, I call it picking on the little guy. We move the smaller variable to the other side of that equal sign. Step 3, we move a number. So if we move the variable from left to right, we need to move the number from right to left. If we move the variable from right to left, we need to move the number from left to right. We take turns. They flip-flop the sides of our river. Okay, let's look at our next example. Oh no, look how big that is. There's way too much stuff on the left side. So what we need to do is we need to simplify it before we start solving this equation. So if we take a look, we have a negative 6x and we have a negative 3x. Well, those are like terms, so we're going to combine those. We have a plus 15 and a plus 9. Again, those are like terms, we're going to combine those. So after we combine our x's, we have negative 9x, and we combine our numbers, we end up with positive 24. We can take a look at the right side of the equal sign. Well, the right side is already as simplified as we can get it. So we're just going to bring down our 3x minus 6. Now it's time to start picking on the little guy. Well, we know that 9 is bigger than 3. But we need to remember that negative 9 is actually smaller than positive 3. So the negative 9x is the little guy. It's our small variable. So we need to move it to the other side of the river. And we're going to do that by adding 9x to both sides of that equal sign. So I plus 9x to the left, I plus 9x to the right. Let's see what we have. The 9x's go away, and we have a 24. Bring over our equal sign. 3x plus 9x gives us 12x, and bring down our minus 6. Okay, well, we moved our variable from the left side to the right side, so now we need to move our number from the right side to the left side. So we have our minus 6 on the right side, so we need to add 6 to both sides of that equal sign. Well, 24 plus 6 gives us 30. Bring down our 12x. Divide both sides by 12. Well, on the right side of our equal sign, the 12's cancel and we have an x. Uh-oh, on the right side, well, gosh, 12 doesn't go into 30. That's okay. You don't always have a whole number for an answer, or even an integer for an answer. So we have 30 over 12, which we can simplify. 6 goes into both, so 30 divided by 6 is 5. 12 divided by 6 is 2. So x is equal to 5 over 2. Now we're going to check it. So we're going to put in a 5 over 2 everywhere we see an x. Now I know we said we could combine like terms to start this problem, but we want to make sure that we didn't do anything wrong. We want to make sure we didn't combine our terms the wrong way in the first step. So we're going to take our original equation and substitute 5 over 2 into that original. Okay, so negative 6 times 5 over 2. Well, negative 6 times 5 is negative 30, divided by 2 is negative 15. Bring down our plus 15. Negative 3 times 5 over 2 is negative 15 over 2. Plus 9 equals, well, let's see, 3 times 5 over 2 is 15 over 2. Bring down our minus 6. Well, negative 15 plus 15 is 0. Negative 15 over 2, so those cross out. Negative 15 over 2 plus 9. Well, negative 15 over 2, we need a common denominator. 18 over 2 gives us, on the left side, negative 15 plus 18, 3 over 2. Now on the right side, 15 over 2 minus, well again, we need a common denominator, 2, and then 6 times 2 in our numerator is 12. 15 minus 12 is 3. So 3 over 2 equals 3 over 2, and we checked it. Okay, now it's your turn. Complete these 4 problems on a separate piece of paper and check your work. Don't forget to check your work. Good luck.